everyone. So today I have something hatke. Do you look for some designer jewelry? And do you want some very good designer? And what about if somebody is internationally acclaimed designer who has a vast experience in jewelry designing? So today I have somebody who is into this jewelry designing career for the past 30 years and she's internationally known designer. So won't you like to have some career tips from her, how to make your career in jewelry designing, right? So any guesses? All right, she's here with us, Farah Khan Ali. Hi, nice to meet you, and
Nice to
I'm
meet
so happy that you could make out some time for us for this Career Stories
A pleasure
channel.
to be here. Yes, absolutely.
Great. So I would like to ask you the first question: that how did you decide to get into jewelry designing?
Well, to be honest, I never wanted to be a jewelry designer. I think it was fated for me. And 30 years ago, I was a young girl going, I'd finished my graduation and I didn't know what I wanted to do. And a friend of mine was going to America and asked me to tag along because she was doing a gemology course.
Okay.
And I just wanted to get out of India and I wanted to do anything, and the thought of going to America for 6 months sounded amazing. So I convinced my father, saying that I want to go, and he said, "How do I know you're going to do well?" I said, "I promise you I will top my class." But I was in such a hurry to go that I didn't know what the gemology was all about, because gemology is not about jewelry design. It's a science, and jewelry design is a creative course. So I ended up going with my friend just in this excitement. And the first day I went to my GIA, the Gemological Institute of America, where I studied, and I opened my books and I was like, "Oh my God, what is this? This is science. This has nothing to do with drawing." And I had signed up for drawing, and I was really bad with maths and science. But since I made a promise to my father, I decided that I'm going to study every day and I'm going to top my class. So that's what I did. I ended up studying every day. I became, from the party animal I intended to be, I became the Indian nerd. And I got a 97 on 100. I topped my class.
God. Okay.
And then I said, now I have all this knowledge, let me become a jewelry designer. So I took a jewelry designer course after that. And then I came back to India, and that was 1993, and started off my career by interning with various jewelers.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's been one hell of a journey, but an exciting one.
Great, I can understand that. So, what is your message to the career aspirants who want to make their career in this jewelry designing field?
I think whatever you want to do in life, you should have a passion for it. You should want to be somebody, excellent in your field. So, if you want to get into this line, one is to understand the gemstones. So yes, do gemology, even though I had never intended to do it first, but it's very important to know a little bit about the gemstones and where their qualities, because you work with them and how it fits into when you make jewelry. Is it fragile? Is it tough? Can you set it in a right manner?
Right.
Then I would definitely tell you to take a jewelry design course. In India, you have institutes like IGI, you have GIA. All very, very good institutes. You even have NIFT, which is excellent. So yeah, there are lots of opportunities, and why not? Just it's a brilliant career.
Great. So, what are the career aspects? Where can a jewelry designer get himself placed? Should he start from any jewelry house, or he can start with his own jewelry designing course? How does it go about?
I think as a student, it's very important to intern with a jewelry house, a design house, because you have many people who hire jewelry designers, but then you have factories that make jewelry for mass market. You have jewelry designers who focus on design. You have jewelers who are focusing on clients. So you have to decide what do you want to be and intern. And if you have the time, it's nice to intern with each one of them, because you learn more knowledge, more experience, just gives you a better edge over everyone else. Yeah.
Right. So I guess salary, or maybe, if you do your own business, there is no limit to it. I guess it depends on the designer, how he designs, right?
I think if you're getting into any kind of work, you should not be thinking about how much money you're going to make, because if you're excellent in what you do, you'll automatically make the amount. You have to be hungry for passion, because whatever you do with all your heart will stand out. And I don't love to design, I live to design. And I think that's the difference. For me, it's a passion. It's something I do from my heart. and if you can do that, you're going to be a success. Yeah.
That's a great advice actually, because first thing parents usually ask that how much money you are going to earn out of this career, right? So that is the reason this career stream probably is not highlighted too much.
So I want to tell all the parents who tell their children that if you want your kids to make money, they have to be extraordinary. And to be extraordinary, you have to put in the extra work that comes, because otherwise you'll only be ordinary. So if you want to be excellent, be
Right.
extraordinary. And to be extraordinary is to put in more effort.
Great. So, can you just highlight some challenges? Maybe if somebody is very new, what kind of challenges he or she will face?
You have to first realize that whenever you get into this, any kind of work, not just the jewelry industry, there is a certain time that is required. Just like a baby takes 9 months to be born, you require a certain time to mature, to learn. So be patient, observe, and repeat what you're taught, because repetition will lead to excellence. Be consistent in what you do. And you will then learn much more. The challenges you will face with is, how does a good design fit into a great price bracket? Because eventually you may have the most amazing design, but if you don't fit the price bracket based on which consumer or which customer is going to be buying it, that would be a challenge, because a good design is a design that sells, not just a design you can store and nobody looks at.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So they can design for anyone, anywhere, I guess. They should be ready with their thought process to pen down the designs. And how had you started off? Like, if I ask you that, was it for the bridal show, or how did you actually start? For somebody individual, or it was for...
Um, like I said, you need to be, you need to apprentice, do your apprenticeship under various jewelers, different people, learn as much as you can. And that's how I started off. I started off working with various people. People realized that I was very disciplined, I was very focused, I was good at what I was doing. And then I got opportunity. Opportunity comes your way when people think you're worthy of investing their time and their money in you. So you have to be dedicated, disciplined, and then the magic will unfold. Yeah.
Okay. So, since you had a strong background of film career, right? So,
career, no.
your family, they were connected somewhere. So, you never thought of going into films as such?
I come from a family of films, but my parents never funded me to start my jewelry design. So most people think that you come from Bollywood and your parents are going to pay for you and say, here, start your career.
Right.
I started out on my own, and I'm saying that very importantly, because I want you to know that if you really want to achieve something in life, you can do it on your own. You don't need your parents' support or your, people to pay for you to get somewhere. But if you have it, great. Why I didn't join the movies? Because to me, ghar ki murgi dal barabar. So I wasn't really interested in films, and I think there were many actors in my family at that point. And as a child, I used to go to the sets, and I used to see actors sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I really didn't want to be the person who sits and waits and waits. So I decided that the movies were not for me. So no.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. It was lovely talking to you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.